Hi, my name is Emilio Penny, and I'll be discussing the chemical changes behind compost. Some background info. First, carbon or compost can help generate energy using methane gas and can also reduce the volume of solid food waste by 50%. Remember to be mindful of what you can and can't compost to have an effective pile. In most organic things we compost, they both have carbon and nitrogen, and the ideal ratio for these is 30 parts of carbon to 1 part of nitrogen. In order to facilitate microbial decomposition, carbon and nitrogen are needed to create microbial cells and their proteins. Anaerobic decomposition does not require oxygen, but very expensive equipment is needed. Meanwhile, aerobic decomposition is an open system and the microbes process everything into CO2, water vapor, and dark brown organic material, also known as humus. There are two main types of bacteria used, mesophilic and thermophilic, but they both oxidize the glucose inside organic material. Some key concepts to understand how compost works is how these two types of microbial species compost. They both produce organic matter, but very different byproducts. The two main different types of bacteria are used to digest organic matter into a base nutritional humus for plants. The dissimilation of glucose in organic matter is what drives the oxidation of carbon into CO2 and is the main chemical reaction in compost. The science behind the scenes, anaerobic decomposition does not need a specific carbon to nitrogen ratio, but with unchecked levels of nitrogen, the bacteria can produce ammonia and methane as waste. This methane gas and ammonia are then collected in the anaerobic chamber and used as energy sources for the digester system, proving that compost mimics a very cyclical cycle of energy recycling. The glucose that is found in organic matter is dissimilated by the bacteria's metabolism, and the byproducts are carbon dioxide and water vapor. You can see here that the equation almost exactly mimics the equation of cellular respiration, which is exactly what this bacteria is doing. The same reactions happen in both systems, but aerobic decomposition does not produce harmful byproducts. The system behind the scenes. New organic material is fed through the inlet into the slurry, and that is where most decomposition happens in this anaerobic system. The slurry is filled with microbial organisms and a solution of water to help accelerate the decomposition. As gas is released, the biogas pipe collects it and then can repurpose it for future use. The digestate container on the right is where all the microbial solution is kept and where the expansion chamber is held. Old example. Compost is as simple as the diagram. Things that are brown contain more carbon, and things that are green contain more nitrogen. Add in microorganisms and oxygen, which are readily found outside, and you will be able to break down organic material into new humus for your plants. All in all, compost can reduce the volume of solid food waste by 50% and turns it into another usable resource for energy and fertilizer. The simple yet powerful reactions that happen inside the compost pile are built on ratios of carbon and nitrogen that help boost microbial activity. Organic and natural processes involve a cyclical and sustainable alternative to many artificial disposal systems. A push towards completely biodegradable trash can help lessen the impact landfills have on climate change as well. Compost is a very essential yet overlooked process in the natural world, and I just feel like bringing attention to it can really help boost waste management and help us think about how our products are going to eventually degrade into this world.